Joan Endres from Ellesmere Port in Cheshire, Harold Freed from Bognor Regis, Betty Newman from Sheffield, John Simcox from Heckington in Lincolnshire, Margaret Baldock from Hereford, Ivan Jordan from Exeter, Hugh Thomas from Nottingham, Alec Campbell from Blair Drummond near Stirling, Andrew Stark from Cardiff, Richard Parnell from Cardiff, Ken Wood from Wallsend in Tyne and Wear, Chris Lincoln from Aythorne in Kent, Philip Smith from Birmingham, Mark White from Bexley Heath in Kent, and Rhys Morgan from Llanethony are all here to play 15 to 1. Presented by William G. Stewart.
Thank you. Hello, our previous winner today is Richard Parnell from Cardiff. 3 times a winner. He also made it to the last grand final. Welcome back, Richard. By now, I hardly need to tell you what score is required for a place on the finals board. There it is, 18 names on it, and we really only want 15. Let's see if someone today can put that right for us. Off we go. And we begin with Joan Endres from Whitby in Cheshire. Joan, sport. The name, please, of the Olympic triple jump champion who won Britain's only gold medal at the World Athletics Championships in Edmonton in August.
Jonathan Edwards.
Harold, please, arts and crafts. Which type of artwork, often done in churches, may be described as frottage?
Stained glass.
Brass rubbing. Betty, please. Used with reference to nuclear weapons, what unit of measurement is equivalent to the explosive power of 1 million tonnes of TNT?
A megaton.
John, please, television. The satellite and cable channel Challenge TV specialises in what sort of programming?
I don't know.
Quiz shows and game shows. Margaret, please, political organisations. The Tamil Tigers are a revolutionary group in which country?
Sri Lanka.
Ivan, the Quadrant Centre, Vetch Field Football Ground and Dylan Thomas Centre are all in which city?
Cardiff.
Swansea. Hugh, please, fictional characters. Which P.G. Wodehouse character is a member of the Drones Club and has an Aunt Agatha and an Aunt Dahlia?
Lord Peter Wimsey.
Bertie Wooster. And Alec, please. The wreck of which battle cruiser or battleship, launched at Clydebank in 1918 and sunk by the Bismarck in 1941, was discovered this year in the Denmark Strait?
The Hood?
Yes, HMS Hood. Andrew, please. Literature. The city of Villette in Charlotte Bronte's novel of the same name is based on which European capital city?
Paris.
Brussels. Richard, please. BBC Radio. Susie Quattro, Rocking with Susie Q. Big Band Special and Courtney Pine's Jazz Crusade. Which radio network? BBC Radio 2. Ken, please. The Armed Forces. An Admiral in the Royal Navy, a General in the British Army. What's the equivalent rank in the Royal Air Force?
Wing Commander?
Air Chief Marshal. Chris, please. Theatre. Who are the 2 principal characters in Samuel Beckett's play who are waiting for Godot?
Sorry.
Vladimir and Estragon. Philip, please. Heraldry. Which 2 creatures support the Royal Arms in the United Kingdom?
A lion and a unicorn.
Mark, please. Airports. London Heathrow is LHR. London Gatwick is LGW. What is Stansted?
STD.
STN. Rhys, please. Music. The town of Titipu in Japan, the Tower of London and Venice in Italy. What's the musical connection? Gilbert and Sullivan. Your second question, Joan. Food and drink. Which wine is traditionally rushed to the United Kingdom and other countries from France on the 3rd Thursday in November of each year?
Beaujolais.
Yes, Beaujolais Nouveau. Politics and government. What ministerial post is held by Charles Clarke? No? He's the minister without portfolio. Betty, please. Classical mythology. The name, please, of the Princess of Tyre who founded Carthage and became its queen. Dido. John, please. The 14th century, between 1309 and 1377, the papal court was not in Rome. In which French city was it?
Avignon.
Margaret, please. Famous quotations. Salt water and absence wash away love is a saying attributed to which British naval hero?
Nelson.
Yes, Lord Nelson. Ivan, movements in art. Which style of design and architecture was at its most fashionable in the 1920s and 30s? The Chrysler Building in New York and the Hoover Factory at Perivale in West London are notable examples.
Art Deco.
And Hugh, please. Gymnastics. Women gymnasts compete on the floor, the vaulting horse and 2 other items of equipment. Either of the 2, please.
The beam.
Yes, and the asymmetric bars. Alec, please. English law. What term is used for the certificate issued by the High Court stating that a will is valid and the executor is authorised to administer the estate?
A certificate of probate.
Yes, it is. Andrew, please. History of the cinema. In which comedy film does the eccentric Osgood Fielding, on being told that his girlfriend, played by Jack Lemmon, is actually a man, reply with the film's famous last line, "Well, nobody's perfect"?
Some Like It Hot.
Richard, please. Which battle in 1743 was the last occasion on which the British Army was commanded in the field by the King, George II?
Dettingen.
Yes, Dettingen. And Ken, please. What name was given to the ancient trading route over 4,000 miles long, which started at Xi'an in China, crossed Asia and continued to the Mediterranean?
Silk Route.
The Silk Route. Chris, please. The Church of England. Appointed in 1995, who is the Archbishop of York?
Hapgood.
Dr. David Hope. Philip, please. European monarchy. He succeeded his father, Paul I, in 1964, went into exile in 1967 and was formally deposed in 1973. He now lives in London. Which former European monarch?
Constantine of Greece.
Indeed. Mark, please. Commerce and business. What 2-word term is used to describe any commodity for personal use that has a long life, such as furniture, cars or electrical goods?
Domestic appliances.
Consumer durables. Reese, Shakespeare. In Julius Caesar, who is the leader of the plot to assassinate Caesar, who is said by Caesar to have a lean and hungry look? Cassius. It's 4 down, 11 to go. Those 4 must leave us now. Laura, please.
And those eliminated are Harold Freed, Chris Lincoln, Mark White and Rhys Morgan. And of the remaining 11 contestants, 4 still have their 3 lives intact.
We start round 2 with Joan at number 1, the first correct answer, and we can start nominating. And we start, Joan, with name connections. Tom was an English footballer nicknamed the Preston Plumber. Albert is an English stage and screen actor. Their surname?
Finney.
And a number, please.
8.
Musical collaborations, Alec. Which American lyricist collaborated with Frederick Lowe on the musicals My Fair Lady, Gigi, Camelot and Paint Your Wagon?
Lerner.
Yes, Alan J. Lerner. Lerner and Lowe. And a number, please, Alec.
13.
House of Commons and the media, please, Philip. What name is given to accredited representatives of the various news media who have the authority of the Sergeant-at-Arms to enter the area immediately outside the chamber when the House is sitting?
Lobbyists.
I need more than that.
Press lobbyists.
No, lobby correspondents. And again, please, Alec.
Number 4, please.
And John, please. Television catchphrases. Ooh, suits you, sir. Which was nice. And Scorchio are all catchphrases from which BBC 2 comedy show?
The Sketch, sir.
The Fast Show. Again, please, Alec.
Number 6.
Ivan, please. At which historic building in London did the Honourable Artillery Company carry out royal salutes?
Buckingham Palace.
The Tower of London. Again, please, Alec.
Number 10.
History, please, Richard. The government of India was transferred to the Crown in 1858. From which trading company?
The East India Company.
And a number, please, Richard.
Number 5, please.
And pop music, please, Margaret. Stuart Copeland, Andy Summers and Gordon Sumner, better known as Sting. The lineup of which rock group?
No idea.
The Police. Again, please, Richard.
Number 7, please.
Art and architecture, Hugh. The style of architecture in Britain known as Gothic Revival is particularly associated with buildings constructed in which 2 centuries?
12th and 13th.
18th and 19th. Onwards, Richard.
Number 1, please.
And Joan, please. Chemistry. Which chemical element has the symbol Mg?
Magnesium.
And number, please, Joan.
9.
Fruit and vegetables, Andrew. Alicante, Ailsa Craig and Tiger Tom are varieties of which garden crop?
Pear.
Tomatoes. And again, please, Joan.
11.
Shakespeare again, Ken. What's the byname of Henry Percy, the irascible foil to Prince Hal in the plays Richard II and Henry IV Part 1?
Hook.
Hotspur. Again, please, Joan.
6.
And still Shakespeare, Ivan. For which play did Shakespeare use accounts of a ship called the Sea Venture that sailed for Virginia in 1609 and was wrecked off the Bermuda coast?
The Winter's Tale.
The Tempest. Again, please, Joan.
13.
And civil aviation, please, Philip. Which Middle East capital city is served by King Khalid International Airport?
Dubai.
Riyadh in Saudi Arabia. Again, please, Joan.
10.
Geography, please, Richard. In which ocean are the Puerto Rico Trench, the South Sandwich Trench and the Romanche Trench?
The Atlantic.
And number, please, Richard.
Number 3, please.
Betty, in which religion is the Swami a holy man or member of a religious order?
Hinduism.
And number, please, Betty.
8.
Roman Britain, Alec. Which market town in the Cotswolds was in Roman times second in size only to London? Cirencester. Again, please, Betty.
11.
Ballet, Ken. England's oldest existing ballet company is named after the Polish-born dancer and choreographer who opened her school in 1920. Her name, please.
Sorry, don't know.
Marie Rombert. Again, please, Betty.
5.
And this is headed biography, Margaret. Which Canadian-born politician and newspaper proprietor who owned the Daily Express and the Sunday Express served as Minister of Aircraft Production during the Second World War?
Beaverbrook.
Yes, Max Aitken, Lord Beaverbrook. And onwards, please.
7.
And Hugh, 20th century decades. Charles de Gaulle became president of France, the anti-Soviet Hungarian uprising was crushed, and the Treaty of Rome signed. In which decade of the 20th century?
The 50s.
And number, Hugh?
Number 4.
16th century English history, John. Catherine of Aragon. Her second husband was Henry VIII. Who was her first husband?
His brother, Arthur.
Yes, indeed. And a number, please?
Number 8.
Alec, the President of France and the Spanish Bishop of Urgell are joint heads of which small independent country?
Andorra.
Yes, Andorra. Alec, onwards, please.
Number 1, please.
Television, Joan. Who are the two team captains on A Question of Sport?
Ali McCloist and John Parrott.
Yes.
Number 9.
And Andrew, please. Common terms and expressions. What two-word term denotes the time, usually early evening, when drinks are offered at reduced prices in bars and other establishments?
Happy hour.
And onwards, please.
Number 13.
Philip, elephant, leopard and harp are types of which sea creature?
A whale.
Seal. Again, please, Andrew.
Number 10.
Theatre, Richard. Which musical by Sandy Wilson, first shown in London in the 1950s, is set in Madame du Bonnet's finishing school? The Boyfriend. Andrew, please.
Number 3.
France, Betty. Which French government department is situated on the Quai d'Orsay in Paris?
The Foreign Office.
And number, please.
10.
And Richard, please. Which Western Christian feast falls on the first Sunday following the full moon after the vernal equinox?
Easter.
And a number, Richard.
Number 4, please.
And John, science. Which black mineral, a form of iron oxide, was used as a compass from the first millennium BC?
Lodestone.
Yes, or magnetite. And onwards, John.
Number 9.
Roman roads, Andrew. The present-day A2 and A5 follow much of the route of the Roman road that linked Dover and Chester. What was it called?
Ermine Street.
Watling Street. Again, please, John.
Number 10.
And names and toponyms, please, Richard. Which cosmetic shares its name with a town in northwest Algeria once noted for its production of red and white wines?
I don't know.
Mascara. Again, please, John.
Number 7.
Hugh, the King's College of Our Lady beside Windsor. How is this school, founded in 1440 by Henry VI, now known?
Eton.
And a number, please. Eton College, yes.
1.
Food and drink, Joan. Baked beans are usually made from which variety of French bean?
Haricot.
And a number, please.
8.
Alec, the harbour of the Golden Horn, the Blue Mosque and the Topkapi Palace features in which city?
Istanbul.
A number, please.
Number 3.
And Betty, The Rights of Man, The Age of Reason and Common Sense. The 18th, 19th century English author, please.
Thomas Smith. No.
Thomas Paine.
Paine.
Yes, Tom Paine. Again, please, Alec.
Number 7.
And Hugh, please. Medicines, widely used to reduce fever and minor pain. By what name is acetyl salicylic acid more commonly known?
Aspirin.
And a number, please.
Number 5.
Classical literature, Margaret. According to legend, which Greek poet died when an eagle dropped a tortoise on him, mistaking his bald head for a rock?
Plato.
Aeschylus. Again, Hugh.
Number 1.
Joan, please. Which British actor who died last year at the age of 86 wrote an autobiography entitled My Name Escapes Me, the Diary of a Retiring Actor?
John Gielgud.
Sir Alec Guinness. Again, please.
Number 8.
Alec, what title is held by the permanent local representative of the Crown in each county of the United Kingdom?
The Lord Lieutenant.
And number, please.
Number 5, please.
Margaret, which body is charged with reviewing the financial operations of government departments and other public bodies receiving public funds? The National Audit Office. Again, please.
Number 3, please.
And Betty, the New Testament. Who announced the birth of John the Baptist to Zechariah and of Jesus to Mary?
Gabriel.
And a number, please.
8. No, 7.
Hugh, if you caught a ferry at Lymington to go to Yarmouth, across which stretch of water, a strait of the English Channel, would you be travelling?
The Wash.
The Solent. The Wash is in the North Sea, or part of the North Sea. Again, Betty?
8.
Ancient Greece, please, Alec. Which philosopher founded the Stoic school?
Socrates.
Zeno, or Zeno. Again, Betty?
1.
And Joan, how is the character Ivan Voynitsky known in the title of a Chekhov play?
Ivan the Terrible.
Uncle Vanya. Again, please, Betty?
4.
Music, John. In musical notation, what's the more common name for what Americans call a half note?
Quaver.
Minim. It is 12 down, 3 to go, and after the break, Joan Endres from Whitby in Cheshire, Betty Newman from Sheffield, and Alec Campbell from Blair Drummond in Stirling will be here for the final. I hope you will be here with us.
The 3 surviving contestants in today's 15-to-1 final are Joan Endres, a retired administrative assistant from Whitby near Ellesmere Port. She does voluntary work at her local hospice and is also doing an evening course in painting and drawing. Betty Newman, who is retired and who comes from Sheffield. Since her retirement, she's done a degree in history at Sheffield Hallam University and she's currently renovating her house. And Alec Campbell, a retired civil engineer from Blair Drummond near Stirling. He retired 5 years ago and he enjoys reading, genealogy and the sports of curling and golf.
Thank you. Welcome back. Joan, Betty and Alec, put your fingers on the buzzers and off we go. Which ancient Greek philosopher is this? A pupil of Socrates, his works include The Republic and the Symposium, and he founded the Academy in Athens. Alec?
Plato.
Children's literature. An old carpenter intends to make a table leg out of a piece of wood, but finds it can talk, so gives it to his friend Geppetto, who carves it into a puppet. Joan?
Pinocchio.
Indeed. South Africa. Travelling from central Johannesburg, in which direction would you go to reach Soweto? Southwest, hence the name, Southwest Township. History of the USA, High Office. John Adams, Thomas Jefferson and Aaron Burr were the first 3 names on the list. Who is the latest name on that list? Dick Cheney, Vice President. Television. The agony uncle Philip Hodgson was employed this summer to offer advice and comfort to viewers of which Channel 4 reality game show for fear that some of them would feel a sense of emptiness once the programme had finished. Alec?
Big Brother.
Yes, I found that infinitely sad. British Prime Ministers, who in the 1960s and 70s was the only man to sit in the House of Lords both before and after being Prime Minister? Betty?
Alec Douglas Hume.
He was. The United Kingdom, which national emblem is described as a saltire argent in a field azure? Alec?
The Scottish flag.
Also, of course, the Cross of St Andrew. And question or nominate?
Nominate Joan.
Joan, science. Used in millions of households, what name is given to those waves of electromagnetic radiation which occur in the region between radio waves and infrared waves?
Microwave.
And question or nominate?
Betty.
Betty, English law. What is described in Jowett's Dictionary of English Law as the assembly which forms the second branch of Parliament?
The House of Commons.
House of Lords. Again, please, Joan.
Alex.
Famous couples, Alec. Which veteran rock musician announced his engagement to the charity activist Heather Mills earlier this year?
Paul McCartney.
Question or nominate?
Nominate Joan, please.
Joan, look at this, please, and tell me, who is this young British Formula One racing driver?
Jason Button.
No, Jenson Button. And Alec again, please.
Betty, please.
George Orwell. The creatures outside looked from pig to man and from man to pig and from pig to man again. But already it was impossible to say which was which. Which George Orwell novel ends with those lines?
Animal Farm.
And question or nominate?
Alec.
English history. His father was William the Conqueror. His brother was William Rufus. Which King of England was he?
William II.
Henry I. Again, please, Betty.
Joan.
Joan, independent television. Tyne Tees Television has its headquarters in which city?
Leeds.
Newcastle upon Tyne. Again, please, Betty.
Alex.
The game of golf, 2 figures, please. The Open Championship is scheduled to be played over a total of how many holes over how many rounds?
It's 4 rounds, each of 18 holes. 72 holes.
And question or nominate?
Question, please.
The game of Monopoly. There are 2 utilities on the standard Monopoly board. The electric company is one. What's the other?
The water companies.
Well, Waterworks, yes. And question or nominate?
Nominate Joan.
Joan, please. Jazz. The jazz musician Chet Baker, who died in 1988, is primarily associated with which instrument?
The saxophone.
The trumpet. You have to leave us that one. And I am back with you. Alec, question or nominate?
Question.
Still music. And with which instrument is Julian Lloyd Webber, brother of Andrew, associated?
Cello.
Question or nominate?
Nominate.
Look at this, please, and tell me, Betty, this is the flag of the world's oldest republic, established in the 4th century. Which small European state, an enclave in Italy?
The Vatican.
San Marino. Again, please, Alec.
Nominate.
Betty, Pelmanism is a method of training which human faculty?
Thought.
No, not really. It's the power of memory. You have to leave us. Now, before we go any further, and for those viewers who are tempted to write to me, it's spelled Alex, but Alex pronounces it Alec. OK? Right, here we go. 71 points, 2 lives intact, and there are 20 questions left. Let's see how far those 2 lives can take you. Anatomy. What's the name of the small muscular sac situated on the underside of the liver which stores bile?
Pancreas.
The gallbladder. Charles Dickens. About which of his best-known characters did Charles Dickens once write, "The Jew is such an out-and-outer that I don't know what to make of him"?
No, absolutely don't know.
You do know. Fagin. Well, there you are, Alex. 71 is a winning score. No place on the finals board. Go back to Scotland. A few games of curling, a few rounds of golf. Have a happy Christmas and come and join us sometime next year. Well done. Thank you very much. And we'll be back tomorrow. See you then.